Me, I appreciate you being here with me and welcome to my world. Okay, so in today's video, Black Americans being mistreated in healthcare. Yes, you heard me say it. Black Americans being mistreated in healthcare. So let's get started. Okay, welcome back. Well, one of the reasons for making this video is because a young lady wrote me a while back, and she said something very interesting, and I said I had to talk about this. All right, her name is Brown Sugar. Please don't go on my page and harass her. Okay, um, do not send her hate. All right, I'm not about that. I'm not hating on anyone, and I don't want anybody writing any of my subscribers or people who are making comments and hating on them. All right, so this is what she said. She says, scary because a lot of these immigrants are becoming doctors and lawyers and professionals and professors, excuse me. And the hatred for us continue through them. Then they pass it on to the children. I work in the medical field. Okay, here what she said. She works in the medical field, and a lot of the African immigrants I work with are very hateful and devious towards Black Americans, and they also team up with Haitians and Jamaicans against us, Black Americans. Whoa. Um, I believe what she's saying because I remember several years ago, well, a while ago, when I was talking to an African sister that I met online, and she was telling me about an African doctor who finally started working in the States. And she had low opinions of Black Americans, saying that these people are lost people. And I was pissed when she told me this stuff. She was telling me a lot of negative things. And in her mind, she wasn't realizing that she was talking and spilling the beans about how Africans felt, or not all, but how some feel about Black Americans. So, what she's saying, it is scary because it's bad enough. And I want to say, put it right out there. I have a great doctor, who happens to be white, and he's like the best ever. He takes the time, and he spends a lot of time with me. Okay, and I've always had been lucky to have a lot of great doctors. A lot of them were white. A lot of them were white males and stuff. I did have one African American sister when I was in Ohio. She was great. But I think before I had that African American sister, I had picked a doctor that was Indian. Okay, and he had some issues. He definitely had issues with Black Americans. Because I remember when I was in a car accident, and so I was having problems with my back and my neck, and so after a while, like a month later, I was having a lot of problem with my right knee. It was like I was having a lot of problems walking. It was hurting real bad. So I finally go in to see this doctor, and he's okay. So when did this happen? I says it was after this car accident. This doctor tore into me. I didn't understand why he tore into me. He told me, "Well, you need to come see me for that. You can go see any doctor. I don't understand why you came to see me. Talking about using an accident and your legs hurt. You can go see any doctor." And he was very nasty, and I'm looking at him. And there's a street side of me, but I always try to stay professional because they want to say that we're all, you know, don't know how to act and don't have no home training. So when he was talking to me very nasty, I said, "Listen, you're supposed to be a doctor, right? My doctor, right?" He goes, "Yeah, but you don't need to see me for that. You could go see any doctor for that." I said, "Okay, I'm out of here then." I said, I don't have time to argue with you. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I came here to see you as my doctor." And he kept going on and on. So I just got up out of there. He had said something to this white nurse. So later that day, he calls me, didn't apologize, act like nothing happened. And he said to me, "Sir, I want you to come in, set an appointment for you to come in. Because right after you left, I was looking at your x-rays. You have arthritis in your right knee. I could see it perfectly clear. You have arthritis. So it wasn't a car accident. And I want you to come in and we're going to see what we can do about that." And I said, "I don't know where you got your medical degree or how long you've been in this country, but I'll be finding me a real doctor, okay? Because I really didn't like the way you were talking to me." And then he paused and he says, "Well, yeah, if that's your choice, but if you want to come in," I was like, "No, I'll be finding a real doctor." Okay. Um, End of conversation. So it is pretty dangerous that it's bad enough that there are white doctors in America who may discriminate, and we know that this happens to black people that don't take the time to listen to black Americans and just assume the worst, and we're not being treated well, in some cases. But now having a lot of immigrants also from other countries who dislike blacks or are hating on black Americans, we got even more problems. Okay, we got more problems, and I don't mean to laugh, but we also need to focus on getting into the healthcare. We need more black doctors, black nurses, people to look out for us, to watch our back, because there's a lot. Because I see it in my city. There's a lot of immigrant doctors. There are some good ones. I'm saying there's some good ones, but there's some who have issues with Black Americans. Yes. The only recent one that I could think about, thank God I haven't had, except for one time I went to a dentist and hygienist. Well, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. A dental hygienist. She they gave me her. Oh, she happened to be, I don't know, Chinese, Korean, or whatever. I think she was Chinese. First time going in to see her, and I wasn't really feeling comfortable with it because I know that Chinese and a lot of Asians are feeling uncomfortable with Black Americans. But I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go in and have her clean my teeth, check my teeth and stuff." And I felt some, I felt some vibes, negative vibes, but I just blew it off. And so as she felt that she was really trying to like go, no, she wasn't really talking much to me. And so I had said like, "Well, these doctors need to do a better job with scheduling things because I can't keep taking days off and just having a conversation. And she just got upset for some reason and says, well, they have a life too. They have a life. They have a life. What do you mean? They need to work on this because they can't work all the time. They have a life. And I was like, well, again, I have a life too. I have all these doctor's appointments and I have to take days off and stuff. All right. So I have a life. I have to take days off. I got a couple of doctor's appointments and stuff um, for next week. And then she goes, well, I'm saying that they have a life and they're doing their best. And she was just like getting upset. Like I was talking to her and she's not even a doctor. Her job was just to clean my teeth and stuff. And she was just angry. She goes, "Okay, I don't want to. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to argue. I don't. Just open up your mouth." And I just stopped and I listened to her, and you could see the anger in her face. She's like, "Okay, open up your mouth." And I said, "You know what? If me saying what I said upset you, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable with you working in my mouth." Then she looked at me. Well, okay. I said, "Yeah, I want to see someone else." So then she goes, "Okay, well, let me do the X-rays and stuff. Is it okay if I do the X-rays?" I said, "No, no, 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 no. I'll feel comfortable with someone else working on me. If you're so upset about what I said, I, I don't want you working on me." So she just walks out the room, and I just go and I tell the receptionist, "Look, yo, this lady just snapped for no reason." Okay, for no reason. I didn't do anything to her. I was just saying doctors got to come up with better schedules in the evening, weekends, because the place that I was going to, it was like evenings were like it was hard to get appointments, and Saturdays you could not get appointments. So I've been seeing, especially in Boston, there's a lot of people from other countries that are doctors. Matter of fact, I had a doctor from Harvard Medical Dental, okay, Harvard Dental Medical, whatever, and he was from I don't know if he was from England, Australia, whatever. And this was rude, extremely rude. Talked to me really nasty, and the fact that he did it in front of the receptionist and other patients, and he was just talking down to me. He was talking down. He was really talking down, and his tone was nasty. And my street side came up, and it's like the neighborhood where I grew up, which is one of the roughest neighborhoods it used to be. And I was about to tear into him and tell him, "Do you know where you're at? Do you know who you're talking to?" The street side was coming up. Black receptionist looked at me, and everybody was standing around looking, and it was waiting, and it was coming. Then I said, "No, I cannot. I cannot do this. I cannot do this." So she nodded to me like, "Okay, I'm glad you stayed calm." He walked away. He was really unprofessional, and he talked to me like I was a kid. So as soon as he walked away, she pulled out the papers and she gave it to me. She said, "You want to write a complaint?" And I said, "Yes, thank you." He says, "Yeah, I heard exactly how he spoke to you." And I brought out a complaint against him about how he spoke to me and everything. And she said, "Yeah, his attitude is pretty nasty, the way he talks to people." And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I mention it also." So that happened in at Harvard Dental School, and I was pissed. I was pissed. I ended up leaving that place. But yeah, I have experienced some stuff. I have met some good foreign dentists and doctors also. But one other one. It was this is really pretty personal. I had to see a specialist, and he discovered that there was something wrong with me. And the way he spoke to me, he was like, "Okay, you need surgery," and he had told me what was wrong, and I was like, I just blacked out. And he goes, "Do you hear what I said? We got to take care of this right away." And I'm like, You just told me something that just blew my mind. He just told me about the surgery, and you're just telling me like, hey, this is around the time when there was when COVID started, and it was like shutting down everything, man. And he goes, "Well, you're lucky that my schedule was clear. Everybody's canceling all their appointments because of COVID, and I can get you in right away." He was putting pressure on me. "Okay, we can do this right away. We can get this in next week." And I'm like, "No, I want to think about this." And he was like, "Did you hear what I just said to you?" And I said, "Yeah, I heard what you just said to me. And it's my body, and I'm going to think about it." So after that, Romania or somewhere, this dude was like, no bedside, man. He was rude. Then I want a second opinion. He says, "Well, I'm the best here in this hospital." I was like, "Oh, what? Okay, well, they say I'm the best there is." I'm like, in this hospital, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, okay, well, I want a second opinion." All right. And the funny thing, I ended up getting a Chinese doctor. It was a female, very professional. She was a good doctor. So this is something that we have to worry about. This is something we definitely need to worry about. And if you're having a problem with whether the person's white or an immigrant doctor, whatever, you do have to report it. I think it's extremely important. Don't blow up. I know it's hard to do, and we have to stay professional because when you blow up, this they're still gonna say, "Oh, they're gonna still make us look bad and flip it on us." Okay, because it's happening. It's really happening. Like I said, I'm seeing it a lot. I'm seeing a lot of professors and stuff from other countries and the way they talk to Black Americans. We got to get on the ball. We really do. We got to take this serious. All right. So I wanted to talk about this because as the lady says, this is something to worry about. A lot. It's bad enough that we had to worry about, or we still have to worry about um, white doctors, white nurses, technicians who are biased against us. Then we got other immigrants from Africa, from India, from China, from all these other countries that come in here to our country, and they're gonna mistreat us. All right, instead of providing us with the best healthcare possible in our country, but they're gonna mistreat us because of their bias towards us. All right, so I hope you all like this video. Please comment. Please share your stories because I know there's more stories out there. Share stories. I have a story also about when I was a kid, but I'm not gonna share that one. It is something that a white nurse did to me, but I'm not gonna share that one. Um, I really should have told my parents about it, but I didn't because I knew my mom or dad would probably have killed that lady and they would have went to jail, so I didn't. All right, so again, thank you for joining me. Comment, share, um, like, of course, give me likes on this, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Ajim as well. Take care. Peace.